Hey guys, and welcome to day number 4 of Paladin's 1v1 Cup. Today's master will be TheMax. Let's take a look at the standings of the days 4. So ACM was master, also Nikov and Vili our master. Today will be TheMax. Nikov with a whooping 5-2 yesterday put himself on the spot to kind of be guaranteed to get into money. Let's see if maybe spot 1 or 2. Certainly still needs to win games when he's a challenger. Sadly, they started pretty early today, and I thought, yeah, half an hour delay, I will go shopping, I will prepare my breakfast, and well, sitting here now waiting to be eaten. But let's just jump into the series. We are already kind of advanced Dark Age game here on islands, and Max picking Paladin as his first choice, and Koreans, and Paladin on the other side going for the Italians. So defensive dock and the transporter prepared. Landing again. So that looks like 4 villager landing, villagers on stone, something like that. We'll see. Well, solid uptime there, 9-4. Acting now, he just microphone is dropping out. A bit closer to my mouth, and be better. Is real now. How good will he have positioned spot here? Kind of weird, right? Oh, microphone should be fine now. Put it even a bit closer to my mouth and give me some feedback if it. On path. Normally you want. Now that's even more villagers. Look at that, 9 villagers on stone now. That might be too much. Not a single villager working on food now. He 3 fishing ships. Fire, and let's see how he will try to land this. Town watch instantly by both players. Kind of makes a lot of sense. Love to see some towers at the top as well. And scout is here already. Oh, this is going to be tricky. I'd love to see instantly villagers being sent over here. Defensive tower at the goal to start this off. Bring Raver against Paladin. Maybe he has a better idea. The double box Paladin to fire galleys. I'm not sure. Well, yesterday I questioned, or 2 days ago I questioned the, well, let's see. This, I believe, isn't in range to deny the gold. And now that's a fight TheMax should win. Oh, Paladin losing on his own ground, surrounded by villagers. Oh. Good stuff. Still no real water control. Now getting the first hit off against Fire Galley, so that's a win for him. Maybe he drags them over. Try to range off his tower, or maybe get some repairs. But oh, he's running to the other side. Villager count dead even. Fishing ship 5-2-3, so added here by Paladin. He is queuing up Fire Galleys and already preparing a second landing here. Take a look, what does he see of the map? Not that much, but Paladin, did he spot that one? Looks like it. Okay, interesting. That first tower isn't going up. Maybe should have gone for one defensive tower. No, blacksmiths on the other island. And he's just trying to rush this tower out. A lot of reasonable HP on villagers. Scout on the enemy island. Maybe help some. One villager down. Now sending all over and get some repairs rolling here. Does he? Oh. Tower going up. Some repair for sure. Scout is active. Paladin not reacting perfectly. We have over here engagement ever. And pretty low already. The HP here now finished. At least should be. Oh, this is so annoying to play. Fire galleys still didn't scout the fish at the top. Now fletching. Paladin as well. Which I count one more for Paladin. Do better, but the big map control. Certainly here of the Max. Max can still finish first? Yeah, absolutely. I believe technically, like everyone who wasn't master can still finish first. Elise can, Nikov can, and ACCM could as well. So Elise the only one without chances. Yeah. Indeed. Max only needs to have one good day today with like 4 to 6 wins, and then he should be in a spot. The tower going up, but Tom Watch really helping out. Finally. Here. Stone. 700. Oh no, there are 2 5-star spots. Yeah. Okay. Defensive tower. That tower not pop. Oh, this is so annoying to play against. 300 food for Paladin. 400 food here for the Max. Now switching on to gold. Would have loved to see just 1 extra dock and build 10 more fishing ship. I believe that's the way how to abuse that style here of the Max. Paladin not do it perfectly just yet. Max pick Koreans versus Belize on islands as well. Yeah. Don't him? Yes. Another ship, some tower rush. Pretty ugly to play against for sure. And another tower. 5 villages against 2 villages. Or it looks like Paladin isn't instantly garrisoning. Oh, 96% and he's running. Well, had 2 low HP villagers here. Ooh. That still worked out. Our market showing the tech. I don't like that too much. I think building the market at home is a bit better to keep your enemy guessing a bit more. Hello. The tower that will go up for the Max is 1. So, the Max can click up any second. Paladin. 100 food. And only at 5. Really would love to see higher numbers there. Maybe some redocking at the top, redocking at obviously. Very important that he controls that stone. Maybe even controls his own stone. Something he's not really thinking about. And I'm also questioning that he didn't build a single galley. Why did I? Oh, over here, even 2 running into the CC. blunders. ICC. Now redocking at the front, so tower ship are coming off soon. Paladin bought himself up to castle age and seems like it wasn't needed. Getting about the Italian bonus. The tower trying to block zone of that, but that was by TheMax, so he's just around his villagers. Even has enough stone for another castle. Oh, this is so tricky. Really, what other RTS have you played so far? Warcraft 3, like 300 games. Warcraft 1 game. Warcraft 2, 5 games. Uh-oh. Well, that's just optimistic. With 2 villagers there? That shouldn't, right? And deleting that castle. Now needs to quick wall that. Okay, he's doing that. But that was just... that should never work. He only has 2 villagers, he needs... Oh, another defensive castle. And Paladin? Well, he will run out of stone. He cannot build a defensive castle himself now. Micro back those villagers. And what is that tower against Sulfite? Now the turtle ship arrive. Fucking arrow for Paladin. And well, those do damage for sure. And another tower trying to deny that castle. And another one going forward now. But that's just so much investment for Paladin. But TheMax is not getting his castle up, so kind of makes sense. Wow. Very clutch reactions here. Turtle ship continues to go on a rampage. Max now. Good. Go to some boom now. Give up on the idea of getting a castle up on the enemy island. Now builds a back dock. Okay, that's surprising to me. Really like Paladin's defense. I think investing too much. But I didn't like that he didn't build enough fishing ship extra. Right. Except that, yeah, he didn't lose a lot of villagers. KD is pretty even. That's after losing a fish now. Those villagers trying to wall themselves and should do that. And another tower. That should be able to get attacked. Yeah, even the villager both going down. And now we only have 3 villagers left on the island of Paladin. Somewhat safe now. 3 to siege transition for TheMax. Is behind by 3 villagers. A turtle ship are around again. It feels random with the damage. Sometimes it does 50. And then we just had 43 as a damage. And before that I saw a 71. So weird. I think Koreans will even beat Mayans in Fortress. So weird. I'm scared that if I allow home maps for Nils Apartment Cup and no CIF restriction, a lot of Koreans in those 2 games. I think it's because of the minor splash damage. Yeah, it has to be, right? Look at that, 27 damage against Kumon, for example. Really needs to run now. Oh, he shouldn't convert the villager. Oh, that means he has no faith anymore. That monk still had a second. That's fine. delete that castle, that tower. Battleship do bonus damage against other ship? I don't. Trying to rush a tower up here. Paladin even going for redemption. What is he fearing? Or does he want to convert towers? There aren't any more towers. We're going on war galleys. Aloha Pong. It's surprising to me. Out roughly 10 villages ahead is Max getting back onto stone. Starting some fish boom of his own. I need to three-shot those fire ship. Okay, what's the plan of the Max now? That's a lot of water. Can defend that with on turtle ship. For sure. Oh, I want to say squeeze in the demo, but that's not really an option. Now killing and converting the market. So what is it? Oh. Still a lot of blue dots around, but none of them really important. Converting that house now, or that dock now. Leading it, trying to save the fishing ship as well. Coming over, Paladin collecting more resources. The Max can click up to him any second, just waiting for his buildings, university and monastery. Trying to redock the top now. Then wait, just on wood. Maybe even go for Force TC. Kind of feels weird, Island here, but I think it could be a good option. Or is he going for war galleys now? Oh, he's going for the galleon tech. I think that shouldn't really work, right? Buying some food for himself, selling stone. He wants to go up to him as well. Timing won't be much better for the Max, who is... he's checking for galleys now. Fire galleys. It fast fires. That's a good question. I think they do, but no one ever builds them. They have so much better option. And indeed they do. Battleship are better. ATM galleons are better. I'm a bit surprised. See. Those are an option. Pretty even game. Another transporter, 900 stone as well. And the thing is, Paladin sold all his stone. So not on that one, so he cannot build a defensive tower or a defensive castle. Even needs to buy 200 stone. Defensive tower. Careening now to get more villagers on that ship. You can see once that finishes, villagers can squeeze in. 5. Thank you, 50 damage again. Okay, well, that was instantly shut down. Reading, obviously so good. Fires as well. Against fires. Oh! How the land pushed here, and then he is trying to go for the Conditero action. Okay. See some defensive towers. Oh, the landing at the other side. This will be a very scrappy game. Oh, the monks really want to use their fades against pitchers. And let's go for the regional defense now. Should focus down the monks, not the villagers here. Last fire ship. Water control should go in favor of the Max. Now going for fletching. Oh god! Oh, he had that upgrade ages ago. He got. Absolutely needs ballistics as well. That castle will go up, guys. Galleon upgrade. Shouldn't really fight before he has that one. Bishop in the back, still able to do some damage. The fast fires in the front just shooing away those castle lanes for galleon. Now on the way, hand punch for the eco. The castle went up at the side. This is a pretty sexy fight for Max, who just deleted his ship once you get converted from the monk there. That's a sick one here on the other side. The defense, all the monks going down. Just that, too much action going on at too many different spots. Arrows, what are the numbers here? You can count up to 10. That's direct. That we need ballistics. But that thing didn't see yet. Max. Crucial. Question continues. Still a lot of stone to be mined from both players. Paladin waiting for chemistry, and then he can get onto cannon galleons. He's somewhat. Oh, wait. I want to say cannon galleons. I want bombard cannons. But they have the same range as towers, right? 12. Condo attack coming. Look like ballistics to me. See, now ballistic upgrade is flying in, and those condos, they are eating some shots, not trying to rush out at the end. Villagers. There's quick wall here as well. That looks like a pretty solid defense, maybe. Villagers. Important. You know, now the question, that's like things I don't know. Do Italians have these engines? No, they don't. So that should be 12 range against 12 range. Bombard cannons aren't really counter to keeps. It's pretty weird. And it's, I believe it should even get up to 13, right? 5 damage per shot, trying to clear some grabs out. Going for okay, well, apparently they're doing enough damage for now. Never slid yet. No. Bracer. Wraps around, trying to actually. Well, what? Just going down. Push up. Now, bombard tower going, bombard cannon going down. Number 1, number 2 is maybe running into. Oh no, dodging 2 shots. Finally, bracer is coming around, and that's a kill. Only 1 bombard cannon left. Be able to repair the tower. No, not. But another bombard cannon going down, and those are 3 costly units for sure. Good control now at right on Max again, and it just seems that Paladin does not know bombard cannons are countering. Keeps sending. Doing a reasonable job. Take a look how the traps are thing. Oh god, killing another one. That's just so costly. Castle over here now. Okay. Make some magic happen. The barracks now. The Max probably build. Against condos here. Oh god, that's sloppy as well, losing those monks. Population 150 to 100. At monk mission. try to get one condo for himself, and it looks like he can. He'll lose his life in exchange. No, he won't. We'll debate another. And that shot is not connecting. I'm not sure. They shouldn't do damage after dying, right? They don't do damage against buildings. I'm not sure about against units. Why isn't he doing arrow slit? Probably forgetting. Take a look at his resources. They look solid. Really go for it. Now, double university helping out here. Bits and chemistry at the same time. Paladin doing good defense here. Look at that, already 4 bombard cannons down. Regicide, now he does 10 damage against bombard cannon. Carries. Of course he not. But he does. Wagons won't do much against that amount of monks as well. I believe isn't really open, but it kind of feels like Paladin is doing a lot of great steps. The control though. Player from Finland. Now taking on to capped rams. Bombard cannon against bombard cannon. See how that is out. Oh, nice micro here. Wins the 4v1. Pretty brutal. Siege workshop. Lost command. Now trying to plant against condos. What are the numbers here? Not really the type. Sound is a bit low compared to the game sound. Weird. Settings. Change it a bit. Can't really hear nearly. Wow. Bit. Take a look into that later. Huh. Why is he making that barrack unit? That barrack unit is a pretty strong unit that you don't need to upgrade much. For example, if you go for champions, you need to go for all the upgrades. Green Terrors already coming out without any of those very investment. Champions are more to end swordsmen. They're a bit weaker, but still pretty sexy for sure. We're just fine. Okay, maybe I should get a bit more enthusiastic. Maybe I'm dreaming a bit more the other days. Grab my train, an upgrade that we don't see too often. Trap still around in the back, and that is a nice defense here. Paladin for sure. And swordsman. Oh no, 2 swordsmen. Roscoeman. Standing against the terrors now. Some towers behind that as well. And maybe Paladin can still do this. He defended that at home. There's a lot of traps here. Don't really see him performing too well against bombard cannons though. Pretty long first game of our potential. Not potential. Our guaranteed 7 games today. All of them will feature the max against 7 other star players, including Mr. Yo and Nikov. So what are we seeing here out of the docks? 1 transporter, nothing else. Needs some more houses. 170 out of 170. Technically though he was just at 60. Going for more docks. Gold control in the center. Pretty important. Well. Bombard cannon gets sniped down with condos. Seems like the bombard cannon could survive 2 condos over here. 29 HP needs 3 more hits, 2 more hits. Nope, not going to happen. Greens OP even on islands. He's deleting all his war wagons now. And Siege engineers. Finally for the max. So he will outrange bombard cannon against bombard cannon by 1 now. Castle first. We should obviously go for the bombard cannon. Yeah, I didn't like how they attacked the condo. I think they're too weak now as well, yeah. Oh, Scholar! Oof. That kind of hurts. I'd upgrade that late. And another landing potentially. The max still with pretty solid food and wood income. Oh, numbers here. And see market not at the bottom. People even bought some stone. And now I see the +1 defense for horses and all stables on the way. So light cavalry, maybe even hussar landings are a potential threat here as well. Oh, Nikov, we really need to talk about your wheelbarrow timings. It's just so bad. Oh, really painful in game after game. Related even longer. I didn't struggle a lot with multitasking. Did he really? I felt like he had a nice defense here with bombard cannons and at the same time had a push going here. I think, well, simply having siege engineers and arbalist defense, the max had better units at his own base. I got pushed back over here, so I don't mind that too much. And now we have the transition to water from both players. Stocking here, but not really producing too much. That gold now. At the same time, we have galleon production from Paladin, even on the land of the max. It's questionable to me. Very likely that he will lose those stocks anyways. Pushing landing group. I was so behind that game from minute 0. Like, you delayed it like 4 or 5 games. You went behind 4 or 5 games. The blacksmith at the front now. Interesting. Okay. Over 1 hour island game now. It was underrated. Did he really? Did quite a bit in the last tournaments. Regicide in the tower would really help out as well. That's 17 damage by the way. That's a lot of gold loss. Now another landing. That's full of bombard cannons. Just... Do we see another landing over here? Yes, we do. And that's a big light cap rating. Could even go for a hussar here. Surprised that he isn't doing that. Preparing another landing over here, and this is now getting really tricky. And people in the chat questions the multitasking of Paladin before. And yeah, he is known to be old. Let's see how this will work out for him. Now, oh god, obviously that is the perfect counter now, having all those light cap rounds against the monks and the bombard cannons for sure. But he did get some conversions off, so that wasn't the worst thing ever. Unless now trying to take a fight against galleons, that's not really great. Galleons around now here as well, but the raiding should start pretty soon. That group over here was bent down. Won't really be around for that. Hussar upgrade finally, and +2 attack. We are already 66 minutes into this game. And I still can't really say who has the real advantage. It feels the Max. He has the aggression, he has the landings rolling, but water control, which is still pretty important, is more on the side of Paladin at the moment. Is it fully upgraded Arbalest? I believe so, yeah. What place did Jinghua finish in Maldives? 5th, right? I believe so. Yeah, simply qualifying there. Pretty good achievement. Who has more wood left? That's a pretty good question. Let's take a look. I see some reasonable amount here for the Max. The other side. Well, still some for Paladin. I'd say the Max, maybe some more. Relic count, 2 for the Max, 3 for Paladin, something we didn't address yet. Cannon guarantee for the Max. That's all mined out from the stone now as well here. And to get some more towers up, and that looks pretty good. Bloodlines now. Paladin. Hussars queued up and going for the attack, and that's what I said. Those stocks won't survive for long. Hussars. Getting some raids in now. Pretty ugly. Suddenly. Pop differential is at 80, losing the water here as well. The eco wasn't on par. And Koreans are doing it again and winning against Italians on a water map here. Hussar raids were just too much. Paladin couldn't really focus on the water anymore. And yeah, the center control was for the Max as well. Oh, tricky stuff here. And it felt like Paladin didn't look clueless. Are Koreans really that strong? That's so weird. It's just so weird, guys. Yeah, the Max, the first win of the day, but I believe everyone started with the win, right? And Alien, which team will you play for ECL? Well, since AM yesterday signed up without me, I'm kind of clueless. I was training so hard to... Oh, Paladin, quite early, 3 relics. So there. With that food differential as well. Double the amount of food. Hey. I will play with NC. German team. I think we have like 1.5% chance. Oh, Civ picks. We won't have Koreans anymore. We won't have Island. And we won't have Paladin anymore. And we will have the Max at 3 wins. Now he decides his next opponent, and the next map can pick another civilization that isn't Koreans. You can join my team, but you mostly get benched for the offer. The Frank Max was the only one so far going Koreans. So. Join Vivi and Tim? No. I am without nearly a week. Yeah, I don't understand it, right? You can always arrange MBL has an accident. Even December can take AMs. Wouldn't that be an unfortunate? Who are NC team? Skittle, Abby, no Pedro, no Armor. It's Skittle, LB10, Enderine, and me. Pedro is traveling, and I haven't heard of Armor. Next one will be Lux, apparently. Have you got the order, please? What order? Is Stark also free? Won't take him. Okay, I will try to squeeze in another bread, since I already said breakfast was a bit late today.
Rogan?
Let's get the Nilly Cup fundraising going for today.
Oh, Hagale, thank you so much. For everyone who doesn't know what he's talking about, I'm doing a big tournament in July, including the Viper, Doubt, Jordan, MBL, Leary, and Tato. And I will all invite them to my apartment. They will play for a whole week, and I paid for all their flights and hotel costs up to like 7.6k roughly. I'm hoping to get that all kind of funded by you generous people. Thank you so much, Locha Gale. I always don't know if I pronounce that correctly. Just imagine Max going Koreans, Incas, Spanish, Byzantines, Britons, Japanese, and Britons. Unlikely. Anyway, why are you not playing the 6th place? Don is living in the kitchen part. I might even pay 5th and 6th now. It's an invitation only. They did nothing to... I didn't have qualifiers. So I feel like the 6th place, if he doesn't win anything, kind of doesn't deserve to get money. Right? They're already getting a great experience. And if you're like 6, why would I throw like $200 after you? I just feel not paying volume 2 kind of sense. Is Bedouins really the most random map? I think Nomad is more random than Bedouins. Okay, let's look into map number 2. Will be TheMax against Lux. Both playing melee here on Coastal. Had a look at the map this time. Expensive gold. Don't need berries. Reasonable dog spots at the north. Not the greatest dog spots for Lux though. Is he going to the right hand side? Quite a long distance. Is he going to the left hand side? Not the shortest distance. Not the best fish. What are you eating? Bread. So TheMax will pick Arabia against Sneakov? Why would he ever do that? Seconds? I think he shouldn't, right? Keep away. Okay. Good that I helped. And have touchdown. Oh, he will probably build the dock over here. Will be an okayish one. Nico is Nomad King. Still random, guys. Oh, 6 villager on wood? That's weird. Oh, and that's a good dog. Pretty good dog. 5 deep fish very close by. The other side we have Lux. Trying to find something here. We'll have 3 fish. Maybe you can come. 2 going here. Max protecting villager there quite nicely. And even 6. So yeah, it's just some wood here. Max. That FC strategy? Oh, looks. I didn't know what happened there, but it seems like the ball got quite a lot of hits off. And that was even with loom. Ay. Red should have killed worker for wasting time of blue. He couldn't kill the worker. There was a worker and the scout around. That's why he couldn't kill the worker. Nikov should always play with the Vikings at 6 so he doesn't wheelbarrow. That's good. Although at 6 kind of benefit from wheelbarrow as well.
Swasti.
Oh, look at that. 4 on wood compared to 7 on wood. If the Max is playing this fast castle or something, right? Am I confused, guys? Totally am.
Swasti.
Is he able to click up here? I don't think so. Get some food out of that sheep. Some fishing ship. He will loom. Oh, it will work out. Work out in the end. Okay, so I will take everything back. Losing more on a scout here. Fishing trip against 4 still. What are we going for on land? Well, we will get some aggression out. 6 here for sure. Don't know. Gold? Either. That's weird. That's forward going to be. Gosh, very late barracks now. Oi. Could be a bit scared. Okay. Up. He's the barracks now. We'll just take the easy win against the scout here. Now he will always have vision. This looks pretty good for the Max, if you ask me. Archer range. Well, now he saw that Lux has an archer range as well. You see on water, 1 fire galley. No production Lux so far. Either. Now he's just attacking with villagers. One spearman out. Now a second spearman out. And on the other side, Lux now queuing some up. 1 villager down of the Max, but he has to have more HP here. The 1 villager now going down, trying to micro that. 1 back skirms out. And focus them down. A lot of HP on the scout could come around, but scared of the 2 spearmen for now. Would love to see the Max just pull 2 more villagers and that. Weird. Thought this would have looked better for the max. Like dodge range. Wait. Also is 2 more. There's the fish. No scouted fish. That's something to know, right? Good stuff. No more range out of the max yet. Oh, why he's sending more villagers in? Continue. Defensive tower. To build a market. Don't. Fact here, but as we all know, the damage output from and not that high. Shouldn't lose a lot of villagers, but needs to send more villagers. Otherwise, the tower won't go up, and that's what he's doing now. Some low HP ones, though, included. That one, for example, is very low. That one, and he is pulling back. Well, that's. I don't like the max reaction this far in this game. Under pulling villagers over and over again. But that would go up. Now his gold is completely blocked. Ugly spot for him, and he has other open gold spots here at the front. And this is the same scenario for him again that we saw yesterday. Still out gold. At least he can reach one more tile. This is the master. Master is always the player at the left top. Here, tries to get some bolts up. Even have enough wood for a house. It's now a palisade. Max playing somewhat less again. Those are his 2 stone spots, so no access to stone, no access to gold at the moment. Ugly spot for him, heading towards the left-hand side. Scouting that, so maybe getting some villagers is now an option, and that's what he's doing now. Try to wall that, then for the gold. Finns still building palisades before building the palisade gate. They apparently still don't know that you can rotate them building the. Oh, but installing by looks. We'll see. Now he is passing. And he did. He did. He sees the gold as well. But where are those going? Running? He's going over to another gold spot. Oh. Not like that could have been. But Lux is chasing that. Does Lux know of his... Oh, he didn't even scout that gold spot. But he will expect that gold spot to be the one of the Max's choice. So probably to chase that down now. Oh yeah, and he found those villagers. Max up to Castle Age. So Lux with wheelbarrow, only 300 food. Simply not having any thing eco. Stuff hurts him. Or fishing ship still working here for the Max. Still need to run. +1 defense on his calf. And he doesn't have a stable yet. Double bit X. Ah. And is volume low? That's what people complained about earlier today as well. Kind of confused. That could happen. Maybe I'll restart my... Oh, I'm back pretty soon. Was that better now? I think it's fine. Low for me too. Weird, guys. So weird. Okay. I will see what I can do later. Where? Settings. So I will keep it that way for now. And if it's still bad, we can think about that a bit later. Now rushing out villagers here to take that gold. You see? Out now. As that one's around. If we can get some quick walls from lurks, that still looks pretty open. Get to see out. Should go up. That fire galley is defeated by another fire galley. That talk is pretty optimistic, knowing that his enemy already is on water. An arrow leads skirmishes. Really the answer to knights typically, but remember melee only have +1 defense on their knights. Skirmishes actually doing okay-ish damage. Oh, but not that way. Oh god, why was he trying to commit against those skirmishes? That's a lot of hits he's taking. The... Oh god, he got it. Pikeman instantly died as well, and that was another 4 elite skirmishes, maybe even 5. We're completely unnecessarily lost there. An elephant, hello! And that's just a peace treaty, guys. Not attacking the tower's not attacking back. Fair play. How? I always wonder, how is this happening? Lead skirms and monks. A pretty good composition here. Did you see the max? Greatest efficiency here. Oh, just focusing on the skirms because he knows elephants, what he's really scared of at the moment. Tower is targeting something that it can't see now. No, +2 is better because you're fully upgraded faster. That's actually an interesting logic. Like that one. Now attacking that tower with some villagers. And another convert against the knight here, deleting that one after killing the skirmisher. Max buying self. He's now going for 2 monasteries and a siege workshop, so it seems like are scared of some elephants here, as it seems. Really want to get knight raids against them. And as we see, double monastery siege workshop out of looks as well. So players kind of realize, okay, that seems to be a good way to play it. But once we get into Karambits, that's obviously a composition that instantly gets heavily shredded. What's down here from the max? The count 15 in favor of our tennis player. First Mangonel here. 300 stone for him. And I just thought, okay, his gold dropped. He bought a lot of stone. But he's going for redemption and sanctity. To defend that way. Skirms overcommitting a bit here. Is he trying to snipe villagers on stone? That's an interesting move. It's like a big committal. Big commitment. Interesting. Okay. Monks are around. He probably should just be able to convert those Mangonels. Maybe lose his TC before that. And as we said, a lot of resources here at the front from him. And did he just build another TC? And he's switching on elephants now. I don't like that. Going for gold over here, yeah. So that's the I was searching for. Oh, I don't like that elephant transition. Isn't light cap way better? Remember, Malay have deeper elephants, but still. Huh. Surprising to me for sure. Let's see, maybe Lux will fail with all his conversions. Oh god, what is he doing with the skirms? Oh, but focusing down some of the monks. So reconversions won't really be an option. Mangonel now out, and TheMax again being super cornered and having some troubles to defend the all-out aggression from his enemy. Developments prepared though. Take a look, down to 2 monks only. TheMax is now researching heresy, an upgrade that he absolutely needs. Okay, maybe then that's still a chance. Honestly, I think it's not looking too bad now for TheMax. Elephants should easily clean this with heresy. Those elephants won't convert to the enemy, but simply just die. And another monk going down. That looks pretty solid for sure. Oh, even saving that one. Now moving in against the skirmishes. Monk numbers are still only at 3. Make that only at 2. And skirms are dying left and right as well. Those elephants died, and Lux needs to retreat. Icon upgrade now from him. And, well, then I love the Battle Elephant transition even more. But honestly, like Lightcap still could have been deeper. Walter, welcome back, my friend. TheMax is pro. Well, both players are super sick. We can all agree on that, I believe. To Fates first, then Heresy? No. Face is so much more expensive. Face is like 751k. Heresy like only 1k or something? Let's look that up, guys. And Face is... Well, Face is an imp upgrade first. So that we can't do that. And it's 1k to 751k. Yeah. Heresy can't be. Are you streaming again? Well, I've been streaming for the last 3 days. We just went there. Oh my god, so many conversions back and forth. Or not really back and forth, just forth. Seven more villages, military count pretty even. Rally counts, all advantage there for Lux, and oh, he is preparing something at the side, something that TheMax already saw. With this lumber camp, and another elephant will die here. Or will he? Will he? Will he? Yes, he will. That's a deadly ranged unit. Those monks. How much is melee, Ely? I think normal costs are 120.80, and this one is 84.49. That's so cheap, guys. So cheap. 30% cheaper. It's cheaper than a knight. uh-oh, and the dance begins. Max has enough stone for a castle. Does he have enough units there? I believe he does. Yeah, there's not enough of looks here. Some pikemen, some monks. Elephants will die trying to protect that castle, but the castle will go up in the end. So no problem here. And the elephant push, pretty strong score in favor of our player from Finland here. I think in the end he will be pretty fine with the situation. Now reclaiming his gold spots. And villagers ahead as well. +1 defense for infantry. That means Karambit spam is flying in, snacking another Mangnal for himself. That's do any damage. I heard him wrong. That died. Karambit production. What's the answer from Lux now? Well, he's just rushing on to Karambit himself. Look at that. He really wants to get that stone. Another TC, but where is the best spot for a castle? Somewhat over here? Exploring that area a bit more. That's what I'd love to see. Now the push is coming in. And Monks at the moment healing, not really getting the conversions done. And that's a good move here by TheMax. He continues to push in, +2 defense. And that castle could maybe even be the... I'm not 100% sure. Oh, Karambit. I think they will focus on some monks first. We'll try to raid the right-hand side. So the castle will go up. And remember, Lux already has another one. So double Karambit production out of him. And the castle's up. Or the research for... or the rest, you mean? Take a look at his resources. Iron casting now. Both players still deep in Castle 8. Getting some more control of his gold here. Back, he has 1.3 of those, and that's a nice raiding here by TheMax for sure. We get a lot of monks as well. We'll raid those villagers. And +2 attack is so important for them as well. I'm sending elephants over. 5 that will probably win, especially with those 2 elephants. Not really enough. Look at the resources of TheMax. He can click up any second, can build a second castle as well. And at the same time, and better elephant raid as well. Oh, no upgrades on those. So Castle Fire actually doing a reasonable amount of damage. The second castle here at a spot where he feels, okay, we will fight for that quite a bit. Fight for my 2 gold spots. And I also want to have some hill advantage. So reasonable positioning here for sure. Take a look at the resources at the other side. Only 500 food and some raids on those TCs as well. Even doing hand cuts. So in timing will be quite far off. I'd say at least 3-4 minutes earlier for TheMax. Not even could start thinking about designing this one. Remnant production continues. In timing will be a huge difference. Right, and TheMax is in. No TT out of Lux yet. He is 30 pop behind and is getting raided everywhere. +4 defense is flying in. And that food eco look pretty. But now getting all raided. All those red dots are just some palisade gates and Lux. How did he afford Imperial Age upgrades? Eco has to be pretty solid. Let's take a look at that. 38 farmers and a lot of them garrisoned here. So is it maybe up to 50 farms? Looks like it. Maybe for the third TC, third castle as well. Where is he building that one? Over here, left hand side. Love that. Moment, only 25 more pop for the Max, who's now going for arson. What did you see? Oh, Rabbit's even an elite upgrade here. Did I just close my eyes for 5 minutes? Did you see them having the resources for that? Seems like 120 and 105 villages is enough, and as we all know, elite Karambit upgrade. It's like 900, 600. Not the most expensive upgrade ever in the Book of Age Empires. Production continues. Now elephants forward for those Karambits yet. Population difference now up to 30. Elite Karambit for looks as well. Another sneaky, or not a sneaky castle, but a nice castle here at the right hand side hill, controlling that gold as well, and giving him a lot of map control. As to defense only for looks, and the max after this upgrade will be completely maxed out on this elite Karambit. For 10k to 8k. Pop as well. He keeps producing elephants. That's kind of funny. Oh, and that cannot be stopped in run, right? Arson now kind of helping out as well. Look at how funny they are attacking. Like, attacking the house from the top. Looks so weird. It's +4 and +1 attack on the way. Heavily under upgraded, and now breaking through the walls is the Max here. This is maybe the final push. He is maxed out against top 140. I don't really see Lux holding this up. And in more Karambits, but as I said, heavily under upgraded. The monastery at the top could fall also. The elephants even getting upgraded to elite battle elephants. That's just a show off move. Karambit alone could probably win the game here, but elite battle elephants so cheap. Added as well from the melee. Could be so good here, and this has to be GG any second. Looks no answer at all anymore. Now getting raided over here, and indeed the GG is flying in. Good talk to you as well. And the Max taking win number 2 here against Max maxed out. Ah! Yeah. That's it. Set there. Hey, so the Max. I thought like, okay, elephants against the monk push, that doesn't really work. But going for heresy there and having that 1k gold extra really helped him, and then he ran over that aggression of Lux. Nice, calm and collective play. The TC at the gold really helped him out as well. Is Nili German? You're asking if the Nilpferd is German? And the next player will be Mr. Believe. Relations we won't see anymore are melee. We won't see anymore. Postal player we won't see anymore today is Luxy Lux. And the Max going up to 4. Totalizer and AC Hype.
NAC Hype.
Thank you so much. Okay, Max in a good way. Himself in those top 4 spots. 10 months already. Using your Twitch Prime. Subbing for free. English was just too accent free, I didn't notice. You might be the first one to ever say that. If you're new to the channel, Monday is German Monday. Might want to check that out. The info page somehow indicates who's the master. Well, it's in the title, it's in the top, and it's over here. It's on my Twitter, it's on my Facebook. So like there's 6 sources where you can find who the master is today. But I guess we can see it from the And Zakar93 using his Twitch Prime as well. So generous, guys. On your YouTube as well? No. Not yet. So all these new Twitch Prime accounts are for mom? No, my mom is holding them back for my 100 stream. And he will squeeze in a daily Twitch Prime. How's your schedule for the 100 week coming along? I can tell you what I have on the schedule so far. Okay, try hard 1v1s, troll challenges, games in C-Zone, sub coaching in German, and C-Zone games. Cooking stream, comeback challenge. That's the idea I will have. Like, I will have a 1600 play against a 1700. Whenever the 1600 feels okay, I have no chance anymore, I will take over and try to win. AoE 2 history, more tryhard 1v1s, AoE 2 quiz. I will ask you guessing questions, and whoever is closest will get a sub for free. Fog of the Empire, Troll Challenge Thursday, more sub coaching, story time, top team games, Germany vs Austria, best of 5, and some show matches. That's the rough schedule at the moment. If you have more ideas, I would love to hear them. Just post them in my Discord. I have a 100-hour stream channel there. It's 26th of June to 1st of July. How's your journey becoming one of the top players going? Not too well. Kind of stagnating, but I'm not playing enough. That's the problem. I'm like casting way more than I'm playing. If I put all my Age of Empires time into playing only, then I could improve way more. Cooking stream with Nili, Sandwich Workshop. I will do something more complex. Can you hold a 1-hour PPT presentation about hippos? Not really. I could probably, but why? I was good at thinking of some troll challenges for you. Primary school lessons. Yeah. Let's draw our favorite animals. What is hamburger eating a sandwich called? Nearly. More North Korea stories, please? I think I told everything about North Korea. But I will have another story time for you guys. A sad story time. But with valuable life lessons. No tech challenge? That should be pretty easy, right? Power rush without any upgrades. No loom. Against whom were the 2 games played? Lux and Paladin. Attack challenge, but game has to go on to him. That's tougher. Guys, you can all post your great ideas, and everyone who donates $5 into the NAC pool will be guaranteed to see his challenge being played out by me. Yeah, it is Regicide Fortress, the next map. So start is super boring, and I will get some sugar water for myself. I will even grant myself a new glass because I've been using that one for about 4 days now. So nearly. Yeah, time for a new one. I'm back in 30 seconds with some sugar water with the new glass, and then with the Regicide Fortress, release against TheMax. Had no sugar water in the fridge. Feels nearly man. So I had to crush some ice cubes. And let's just jump into game number 3 here. And we are end of Feudal Age. Malian's War on Regicide Fortress. KD at the moment 0-0. We have some small wall off here at the side for release. And a laugh track. On gold for release, so that will be some plumed archers. We will see 5 out of the max, so might even be a bit more. He built a mining camp here. We don't see too often. 1 extra TC from him. Wouldn't be surprised to see a second one over here at the left hand side, and that's indeed what he is doing. 1 extra TC for release. Second one would be around well. He's queuing up plumed archers. No fletching from him. The other side we have no fletching either, so both going for more of the eco approach. And the other TC around here. Oh, can we get the film anthem today? Oh, I think yes we can. Would we say every 3 wins of a Finn player? And since this is Finn has to win. So either it's 6-1, we will play it twice. We have to play it at 3-0 or 2-1. And at after game 6. Makes sense, right? Finish Anthem. They deserve it. Nice. Why Mayans? I would have guessed you want bombard cannons here. Well, playing Regicide Fortress, we are always starting with the castle. So having a very strong castle unit really helps out. Additionally, you have one extra villager and start with a lot of resources in Regicide. So you can instantly produce. So that's a nice advantage for Mayans as well. Instant reaction here by the Max. Hallelujah. Did he not? He took 4 damage there. Running with patrol into the full group of other plumed archers. Only taking 4 damage. That's just superb, guy. Ay. Scarface, Frostborn. 7 months, nearly high to you.
Nearly he.
Nearly he is what I meant. Nearly high. Going for Town Watch and... Therefore, is seeing those plumed archers coming over. My village just exposed. Tricky spot. 7 military against 12. And, well, it could be chased down. They're trying to run here. Max. Keeps on stone. Not questionable. So Max will win this tournament. Well, he keeps up his performance of today. He has a good shot. Other contenders, though, are Yo and Nikov. It's basically all eyes on him today. Max beat Nikov yesterday. Which is exposed. Sounds like he caught them with hands down in the woods. Or found them with like hands down on the farm. Where is the military of Max? Now trying to defend over here. Still both without fletching. Surprising to me. Now Belize is going.
Shot it.
Max so good in dodging shots here. KD in the 17-minute Regicide game. 0-0. Hey, KD, 1-0. Now I missed it. F me. Where did the unit die? Ah. I was distracted for 5 seconds to give you this. First blood. After the first unit died. But, I screwed it up. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Where did the unit die? He's killed one. Okay. Well. Maybe we'll do a better job another day. Two bloods just kind of trapping themselves, but well, there. Getting a second village to wall that off? Kind of weird. Back here. Max 3 more villages at the moment, even 4 more. I believe both players with wheelbarrow here. Yeah. End card 13. I don't think Nikov will drop a game against others. About that. Also, I believe it's an advantage to play later. Simply because, you know, oh, what a good trap here. And that's a lot of kills. Look at that. 5 Doom Dodgers down there. Could even go up to 6. And oh no, why is Willie standing there? 6 down already, now trying to go for some splits, but that's not going to work. 7 kills. How is this guy punishing so much? The Max, that's just pure genius. He's dodging every single shot, so active at all times, and Willis is doing one small mistake, and suddenly KD's 7-1. That's the definition of punishment. Oh. I can bet $10 on Willis finishing 8th. Very likely that he will finish 7th or 8th. It has to be Willis or Paladin, right? Moment, it doesn't look great. The Max installed a mod where all his plumes are looking like teal paladins. Well, must feel very comfortable now. At least up to Imperial Age. On the other side, we are still lacking some gold. Bit of a better eco now. Extra passes from both players, but that's down the hill, right? Why didn't he build it up here? Or maybe outside here? Kind of a weird placement. Questionable. Going for that outside gold. Rally control at the moment exists for the Max. Elise already has 1 for himself. Could be a very important area to fight for. 1 extra gold, 1 of the gold spots Max, 1 over here, so the push will go somewhat towards the center. Then you normally have the hill advantage. Tricky spot. The Max, how many relics? Ooh, didn't scout that relic. And he didn't scout that relic either. Kind of unfortunate for him. Look at that 1 tile away. Not killing that villager. And the outpost. Cut off division a bit. 7 villagers for the Max, 90 for Willis. This is the calm before the storm. Timing different 50 seconds. The Max a bit later. Still in a fine spot. Are both patrolling in. Both with +2, +1. Willis is going back. Persons here researching ballistics already. The siege workshop. So that will be quite early transition here for sure. Players obviously continue to produce villagers. Handcart now out of Willis. Upgrade that I absolutely love. Resources not that high for him. He is going for chemistry first. Bracer second. And giving himself some damage output. Now building the castle where one is to see the kind of first one he built. This center area will be super important. Relic count now 1 to 1. And how many relics does Willis see? 2 of them. And now the dance of the plumed archers is starting. After siege already he won. Well, let's see about that. We see siege workshop now being added from Willis. Dumping for him and have a bit more upgrades. Yeah, having siege here is a nice advantage for sure. These and the Max is the same country. It's Finland. It is. Wait, vampires. More pause here. Whose blacksmith is better, Spanish or Magyar? I think Spanish have every upgrade, right? And Magyar? No +4 defense for infantry. Spanish have everything. That's your answer.
Ashike. Tabish, shot it.
Okay, now Ram's coming forward. The lead plumed archers from the max already, something that Belize is not having. He's lacking wood quite heavily, and those 13 villagers paying dividends here.
Tabish.
Ah, Main War always has some kind of beauty to it. Does it? Now pushing into those houses. Even more pop for the max. He just played this
Shot it.
light better.
Tabish.
But oh, Siege Ram upgrade. And Siege Ram upgrade kind of is even more important than the Elite Plumed Archer upgrade. Sounds weird. I believe that's how it works. Oh, those villagers are just dead. Maybe dropping off some stone could be an option. No, he's actually trying to flee with them. When that gold will be raidable. But one castle will go down in exchange for sure. Max upgrades here. Castle here and oh god. Ready? Impressive. Masonry here and the max even going for onagers, trying to stop that mass ram train. Let's take a look. The max now is moving in. He's focusing down the plumed archers. Does not want to take any occupation from those siege rams. One castle down, but the kills are being dealt from our player in blue here. And suddenly the plumed archer numbers are just dwindling here. A ram against ram fight chemistry and onager, as we said, for the max on the way. That castle is down, but after that, what did he really kill? Oh, the ram kissing starts. Ah, maybe should have just went for the second castle. Ram counts so much better for our play. Bad now. Relation though, for the max. The plumed archer finally, for Belize now as well. Ram still pretty active. Just back onto that stone spot. Hunter will die against the ram. He's too... Ah man, this is so annoying for the max. Why are they all building so many rams? Might be your questions. Well, plumed archers obviously fire arrows, and rams have an incredible defense against those arrows. So they are only taking 1 damage, so 270 arrows for a siege ram to die. And power of plumed archers becomes so much weaker. But onagers have some reasonable damage output against those. So let's see how that will go. And the onager on that hill, pretty sweet. Ramming. Ram. Ding ding dong.
Tabish.
A lot of those on it. But it's still 2. Relic only. The castle at the side will go up here. Now the push towards the hill. Maybe that's a spot where onagers are a bit better. And not onagers, traps. To run now, KD. Better for the max here for sure. And still the fight for those gold spots here. Belize secured 1 extra gold spot for himself. How is his main gold spot looking? We are having 1.7k there, and his gold spot number 2. I'm confused, guys. Second gold spot was over here, so that completely mined out. Why don't they get the relics? We did show that before. They didn't scout those. At least did scout that one, but oh, that was actually tried to get picked up. Oh, and that will be completely intercepted. The max at the same time without handcart. How did only 1 bloom die here?
Ashike. Tabish.
That's so weird. Will he not have ballistic? It looked like, oh, 8 plumes should go down. Does have ballistics. So weird. So weird. I felt like so many more should have died there. Okay, now picking up relic number 3. Big attack towards the center now. Onagers microing back quite nicely. Maybe he should do some dance against those. Now the traps are coming, but I believe Onager numbers are too high. He needs to go back, and that's what he knows as well.
Tabish.
We need to chase this down, and
Ashike.
now fighting in range of the tower. So much better for Release here. And the Max needs to retreat, loses one Onager, or does he? Oh, still focusing down all those rams. Such a good attack. That looks like fight for Release here. Does it? Looks pretty close. That's right. Castle, no masonry over there either. Another attack, nice rate of the Max. Super active here. At the moment, population's close to being dead even. Why don't they transition into eagles? Well, it's just super costly to attack that. You need Elite Eagle upgrade, that costs 500 gold. Eldorado, that costs 750 gold. Eagle Warrior upgrade, that costs 200 gold. All the defense and attack upgrades. So you're kind of investing like 2k gold before you can even build the first fully upgraded Eagle. And even then, the archers have an attack bonus against Eagles. So it's not like they're the perfect counter. So if you want... Oh! Attacked Plumed Archers. Basically impossible to really transition into Eagles in a 1v1 scenario. What about skirms? Skirms are a good option. First you want to sell your food and gold in the market, but then some skirmishes are quite nice. Maybe debating some shots of onagers. Obviously, you're lacking a bit of mobility here, but at the moment, the heroes for me in this game are really those onagers killing so many rams, and yeah, just putting a threat into the backhead of Release at all times. And now the nice sneak attack over here, and we at the moment 4 castles for Release, and he already lost one, so 3 out of 5 initially. Oh, and now the Max is going for the ballsy moves, and now even stealing gold of Release here, at least trying. Onager transition from Release as well, finally going for Masonry and Hoarding. Realizing, okay, I don't really want to lose that many castles, and now it's super open over here. Let's take a look. What the king positions are pretty far in the back.
Ashike. Shot it. Tabish. Ashike. Ashike. Tabish.
Stay medius at the front here. Here the Max goes right at the side. Big roll. Population here. And surprisingly, Release did hold this. I thought this castle was gone for sure. But mass repair and commitment there with his rams really helped him out. And meanwhile, we had some losses over here that we saw with all those onagers.
Shot it. Shot it.
Max started to stream some as well. Going for the center goal, but instantly getting raided here. Now needs to send in all his plumed archers. Onagers should have been around here to protect. He's gonna win. Looking great for him. That one was pretty dry. Actually been building another castle there. But that's 100% necessary. All got onagers. Losing 1 for 1 here to start it off. With so many dead villagers. Oh, Max is playing this so nice. 87 villagers only. 95 military to 48. Numbers of Max, just so dominant. Now getting the extra gold spot, controlling his own gold spot, and raiding that one at the front, and getting the rest of that side gold spot. Max, simply with a better map control over here. The onager transition there. Pretty nice for him. Like a stalemate to me? Not really. Really. Against 150. Losing more and more rams. Let's take a look at the gold count of Elise. He's at 200. 2 relics for him against 3 of the max. Now some plumed archers trying to go for some bits here. Not over chopped though, so villagers will die. Maybe even the trade card. It's not like he will be able to kill 40 villagers. Maybe it's over chopped away. Another attack here, and that castle is going down. Elise knows that he does not have any answers here. No real climactic end fight. The populations, as you saw, were just too good. Not the populations are just too good for the max here. All the control of all the gold spots and Elise. No real answer there. Elite plumed archers pretty late did try to go for the sneaky attack with the rams. Did kill one castle. Maybe if he gets a second one and maybe focuses down the onagers a bit better, works out for him. But this time the max just went in, focused down all the plumed archers. From there on, he had the plumed archer advantage. Played it down quite nicely. Gold was somewhat close, but that would have changed. It's a game for sure. The max being strong today. 3-0 in here, and I will update him to 5 wins overall now. He cannot pick Elise anymore, and he cannot pick Mayans anymore. Regicide Fortress is out of the question as well. So our remaining maps are Arabia, Nomad, Scandinavia, and Bedouins against ACM, Jinghua, Yo, and Nikov. The next player will be Mr. Yo. The schedule said he wanted to play against Jinghua next, but Jinghua had a power cut and play a bit later, guys. Time for the finish anthem. Huh?
Ievan äiti se tyttönsä vaktivan, kyllähän Eeva se juututti, sillä ei meitä silloin kiellot haittaa, kun me tanssimme laidasta laitaan. Sankeli hippo, tappu täppy, tippu hiljalleen. Ievan suu oli vehnäisellä, koimme se tonne toivotti. Pää oli märkänä jokaisella ja viulu se lonkuja voivotti. Saa äidiltä poikoo märkyn syöttää, silloin kun laskoo laidasta laitaan. Sankeli hippo, tappu täppy, tippu hiljalleen. Ievan äiti se kammarissa virsiä veisata huijutti. Kun tämä poika naapurissa ännän tyttöä huijutti. Eikä tätä poikoo ännän haittaa silloin kun laskoo laidasta laitaan. Sankeli hippo, tappu täppy, tippu.
That guy in the back is TheMax, for everyone who didn't know. Yeah, this guy.
Siellä oli ryssiä soikon jälkeen, sain minä kerran sykkyytteen. Ottiko mäntini ämmä se riitä ja Ieva jo alkoi nyhkyytteen. Minä sanon Ievalle, mitäpä se haittaa, laskema vielä hiilajasta laitaan. Salmini putta täppyt tipput hiljalleen. Muorille sanoi, jotta tukkee suusien ruppesun terveys sakkoomaan. Terveenä pääsis kun korjoon ruusia, mä sitä murjuus pakkomaan saa. Elviä koikoo helvi, soittako akkoja hykki laijasta laitaa. Sollilipput, tähtilipput hiljalleen. Sen minä sanon, jota purra pitää, ei mua niin vaan mielessä. Suot mennä ite vaikka lännestä, ittävä minä en luovu kielasta. Sitä ei tätä poikoo kainoo saittaa, silloin kun tanssii laajasta laitaan. Salilipput, tupput, tappu, täppyt, tipput hiljalleen.
Oh no. So Nikov, half your brain cells just died. Well then, better treat your last one with some caution. Bang! Now music intensifies. Max is very handsome. Agreed. What's your name in the AM sign-up list? They simply forgot me. I don't know why, but they will fix that, I'm sure. Yeah. I think I'm fitting into Aftermath so much as well, because I used to be a math teacher, and I'm not doing math anymore, so basically at the moment it's the time after math for me. So I don't know how they made that. Ghost of Joda giving a snap to Octagonal ID. That joke. Indeed. Although we have Scandinavia, TheMax against Mr. Yo coming up in 2 bites. Max has a good tournament record. What tournament did he get into a final again? Yeah, a Capella Sing Contest 1985. That could be the only one. Thanks for staying with me, guys. And Peter Manuel, welcome to the Hippo family. And here we jump into Scandinavia. There was a longer pause, so we didn't miss anything here. And those players picked at Hackers. Scandinavia, for everyone who doesn't know this map, it's basically Arabia without berries, with 1 extra boar, with 8 deer. Well, in this case it's deer. And with 2 rivers at the side. That makes a lot of sense to dock. And sometimes forests are as big as this one and you have 2 boar stuck behind those. And this tournament we don't have any restarts. So Hallelujah. That's going to be a tricky one for sure. He is deciding to not loom this. Guys, that's just stupid, honestly. What is the Max doing? Does he think he is at second already has loom? That makes no sense. Ah! Okay, well, now we will take the rest with the eagle. But that's just... Oh god, this has to be the first loss, right? Mr. Yo yesterday against Sneakov had a horrible game as well. And lost his Scandinavia game. And now the eagle even. Oh god, what a game. Oh, the Max. And is he trying to micro this like my boar?
No.
Well, I believe Yo doesn't even know that that's such a big woodline. He thinks maybe this is connected. He doesn't know how large the forest is over here. I think it's good. Well, you just could have gone for all the deer as well, my friend. Ah, that's horrible. Ah. Like my last game. Yeah, Yo had two very bad boars yesterday against Mr. Nikov. Who is in the chat and saying, this map is so dumb. Wow, that's a guy with only one brain cell. Yesterday my three boars were mega forward and Yo's were behind the fort. Aggressive map. By the way, those are... Oh, we have double deer even for the Max. Look at that. A patch of 6 over here. And a patch of 7 over here. Max 1054 and now 5 on stone. I'm trying to go for a counter tower rush. Oh, hallelujah. Okay, and that's instantly spotted by Mr. Yo. Oh, this will get so tricky. What is he going for? 3 M&A. 3 militia into M&A. With militia already out, I think Yo should be in a good spot here. His eagle very low, and it's only 4 villagers against 6 forward villagers. I think Yo needs to pull more, and that's what he's doing. Pulling 3 more. I love that he pulls 1 more than his enemy. Ah. And instantly trying to wall that off. Interesting. And an M&A upgrade after 2, taking some damage before that. Oh, this is pretty intense, guys. That will finish pretty soon. We will see 3 militia over here. Eagle of the Max. 3 HP as well. Yo did heal shortly and is now back with 6. M&As are doing quite some damage here. M&A upgrade is now flying in for the Max as well. This is a pretty big fight. First militia is falling. This is... First blood. And now we see... Oh, it's tough to judge this one. KD is somewhat even. You see villagers getting microed back by Mr. Yo. Another militia falling down. So M&A upgrade completely wasted. At the moment, another spearman coming forward. And this feels like a better engagement for Mr. Yo. The Max needs to fall back. Why did he choose that strategy with so bad boards? He knew he was behind. And still decided... Wasn't first blood? Yeah, this was first blood. Oh, my bad. Okay. And another M&A doing massive amount of damage against those villagers here. Look at that. Okay, well, actually another one. It's the first one. Now building another barracks here. Okay. 5 villagers ahead. Well, let's make that 7 villagers ahead. And Mr. Yo is now going for an archery range. 4 fishing ship over here, 3 fishing ship only for the Max. Double X now from Mr. Yo. And the transition into eagles. Aggressive tower here at the front. Look at the stone amount of the Max. Still close to 500 after building a tower here. Pretty weird for sure. Transition into stone is real for Mr. Yo as well. That archery range probably cannot really be used. Yo could even lose some. The Max handling this okay-ish, I would say. But still, the eco has to be so incredibly bad. 5 on gold as well. Transition here. Probably mass eagles, right? Mass eagles and towers. Against a guy who already has stone banked up. This archer in some troubles. Only doing 2 damage. Oh, villager at 4 HP here. Another tower. Migrating that villager back. Does he want to build another defensive one? You mind that, but actually this tower isn't threatening too much. Double with X now from the Max as well. Even adding another M&A against the Eagles here. Choice. No one trying to do any sneaky shenanigans on the other side's water. At least that's what I thought, but Mr. Yo is sending in his villager exactly now. And is taking a fight uphill against the wolf. Greatest thing ever. But should survive if he just builds it at the reasonable spot. Maybe die on the way back home though. Archers moving around and, well, they are taking quite some damage. I think Mr. Yo should build another archer range instead of trying to reduce from this one. Tower against tower war. Here, Max will give that tower up knowing that he cannot on. Reinforcement is just so much shorter. Yo taking a heavy score lead here. So that efficiency of the Max, even having those idle, right? Yeah, not working at all. Respot for him. The tower, but Yo is just moving back. That mic is broken. Yeah, that guy complaining about microphone today. So that's kind of weird. Don't really know what's different today. Power going up. I think committing here doesn't really make sense, right? So many archers around. Yeah. Max has to kill him now or never. That's so true. And it looks like never. Nice wall though. Nice wall. Nice walls. But still against archers. Not really going to help. It would help against M&A. He is going back now. Without any losses actually. That's pretty well done by him. Yeah. Some aggression. Now finally fletching is coming in. Sometimes I'm cutting out. Okay. Oh, we'll see. But we know how to fix that, but I wanted to do... Okay, that's a never. 10 more villagers for Mr. Yo, and he's now taking control over that water side as well. Oh, now pulling 4 villagers and taking that tower. Don't know if that's totally necessary, but it seems like he wants to use his second archer range a bit more. Or the first archer range, he didn't build another one. Okay. But he should get punished by all the eagles here. Needs to wall that quickly. Otherwise he will lose all those 4 villagers. Uh-oh. He had the spot. Just a house here, and he can kill that one. Huh. Okay, the Max now. Current food, 600 gold. Trying to get the market up. He still is getting some deer. Is completely walled. So good job here. We'll go up to Castle Age. Reasonable time as well. Yo, I believe, will be up 1.5 minutes earlier though. Then we will have probably... Oh, mass eagles from both players. Half minutes. Let's make it 2. Make it 1. For the Max. Actually, a reasonable transition. Now losing fish. And fishing ship already working here for Mr. Yo. will format this tourney? Well, actually it's just like a double round robin. Or, yeah, a double round robin, everyone has one home map. But with the format that one player is picking out his home map at one day. Don't call it, Yo can delete his TC every time. Trust me, it happens more often. Okay. And better never resign. Players can always accidentally press Alt F4. Happens more often than I think. Okay, now the big engagement over here. We see a lot of villagers being pulled by TheMax. Can he save this tower? 140 HP. Eagle Warriors are in a better fight for Mr. Yo, and TheMax before reaching Castle Age is leaving that. And I think he should have waited. Maybe Yo could have deleted all his Eagle Warriors here. D to the G, TheMax. I believe that was just a 2 brain cell move. Oh, that's evil. I don't want to. Like I want to say that I don't agree with the decision. Having so bad boars, open deer, and then going for the tower rush. I felt like he had a wallable map, can wall this off quite easily, has protected gold, and just transition into normal archers or something. Maybe play something aggressive, but that Harakiri move. Well, he puts the aggression on Yo, so I can see the reasoning. The deer wasn't super great, but maybe walls over here or something. Maybe put the archer ranges around here, and then you can play somewhat of a normal game and give Yo the chance to screw up a bit. Yeah, no loom for luring. I think that's just playing the ad6 too much in AOC, where you started with loom and now you need to research it. You're only starting with plus 50 gold. I think that's the big difference there. Yeah, loom and eagle would be so much better. I think you more than double the hits, right? Positioning was bad, nonetheless. It was an unfortunate map for TheMax. We can all agree on that. That's like out of the question. Let's take a look at the TIF picks. We have no more ad stacks. We have Scandinavia and Mr. Yo. Oh, never been the master. Won all 3 days. We're already at day 4, right? Thursday, Friday, we're Saturday. Yeah. So won 3 out of 4 games. That's solid. And TheMax still has 3 games though today against Audio, against Jinghua, ICCM, and Nikov. Quite a lineup though. Quite a lineup for sure. Bedouins, Nomad, and Arabia to go. Will he play Arabia against Jinghua? That's going to be a sick one. Probably Nomad against ACM and Bedouins against Nikov. Kind of what I'm expecting. Nikov is around now. TheMax against Nikov next. Oh, where was Dowd yesterday for the co-cast? Surprisingly, he didn't show up, right? 2 days ago, we had nice cards with Dowd, and he said, I'm going to be around for tomorrow. And I was like, should I announce, like, Paladin's Cup today? The Masters Nikov co-casted out. But then I thought, like, no. And I have no idea where he was. He didn't cast it. Yeah, both had that stacks, Grusha. Dot being dot. Did. This music is so good, guys. I can't believe it. Like, I'm listening to that one single hour of AoE 2, AoE 1 DE like 6 days a week, and I still enjoy it so much. Maybe you wins this tournament. He's in a very good spot to do that. Wasn't it his son's birthday yesterday? Well, and he didn't know that before. Gribble Box. Using your Twitch Prime for 2 months. Welcome. Thank you so much. Hilly, who do you feel will finish bottom at NAC? Ah. It has to be... Like, it can't be Lyria or Viper, right? At the moment, it's Jordan. There's a chance that it could be Doubt if he doesn't, like, take it seriously enough. There is a chance that MBL's nerfs will kill him. And there's a chance that all of the mentioned ones are, like, really stepping up their game. Music is too loud. Okay. They're really stepping up their game. And Shadow might get 6. At the moment, my favorite to be 6 is Jordan, but I think we will heavily improve in the next 5 weeks. I'm playing so well recently. Well, you have to remember it's very different environment. Like, playing here, it will be super hot. It's in a small, kind of smallish room. You're facing your opponent, different setup than you're used to play at home. And adjusting to that will be super important as well. And offline experience are players like the Viper, was in 3 offline tournaments. Doubt in none, I believe. Jordan was in 2 offline tournaments. MBL was on 1 offline tournament. Tedder was in 1 offline tournament. Leary was in 1 offline tournament. MBL in 1. Doubt was in China as well. Doubt won. Yeah, Doubt played in China. My bad. Yeah. And well, Doubt, like MBL looked pretty shaky in alone there. Double gets so drunk with Hiko that it's hard to play. Yeah, and we did the draws yesterday. He has a lot of 12 GMT games. Eddie's coming as well. That's what I heard, yeah. He even did an interview with Doubt at some point. The Viper still gives a lot of credit to me that I was kind of the one opening Doubt. Well, not that much, but I was the first one to ever get that many words out of Doubt. That's what Viper said. And Doubt was drunk at that point as well, so that kind of helped. We both drank quite a bit. Then I got a long like list of like, oh, this guy can't really talk. And well, if they knew what I drank before that, they would have been super proud of me doing that interview. Still asking questions. Everyone was hyped to hear Doubt's voice. Well, it was the first real contact with Doubt, yeah. Opening Doubt, Kappa Pride. TheMax versus Nikov on Bedouin. We will just jump into the game, but if you have any more questions, any more hypes, I will answer those because, as we all know, it's Age of Empires, guys. And the first 9 minutes, a lot of stuff happening. We have Indians for the max. A questionable choice. Probably one of the stronger civs on this, but Kickoff could be having the stronger start here. This is music from YouTube. Can you share the link? Sure can do. It's the AOE2 DE, AOE1 DE soundtrack. Would the Max lose again? Against Yo had a very unfortunate war positioning there on Scandinavia. Daily tournament, you mean NAC, my friend? In which context did the Strong Doubt interview happen? It was Landmasters, the final showdown. A big $25,000, maybe even more, maybe $30,000 tournament. And the offline finals were held in China. Rogan?
Speaking of Nilly's Cup.
Thank you so much. And you can see at the right top that the prize pool, or not the prize pool increased, but the amount of money I'm getting back. And it was in late 2016, I believe in October. And we had the Tyrants at that time flying in, Slam, Rio, Doubt, and Viper fighting off again. Lutz Yo Jinghua Paladin, I believe. Yeah, indeed. And it was a very epic series and Woobly official. And some players there. Or like, I did a crowdfund. And myself there, Woobly official, sent some of stuff. And we casted that at the time. And it was an absolute blast. Spent a week with those players. And that is kind of where most players met Doubt. Well, Doubt was obviously part of the Tyrants, so they met him before. But to the outer circle, then Tyrants was the first real Doubt experience. I can link to the Doubt interview if mods allow. Sure. Interview with me, how would you not allow it? Solid villager difference here already. Look at that. We're at 15 loom now. On the other side we have 11.5 out loom. That's questionable. Yeah, Indians, they are incredible with their fast fish here. But still, Chinese having so many more villagers, I think that's the bigger advantage. Is it possible that NLC funding would not be complete? Yes, that would be bad for me. Ooh, Max trying to play the long game as it seems. And Nikov is up. 18. I like this approach from the Max that he's trying to drag it out. Problem is, where is his gold spot? This one. Not the best map generation for him. Look at that. He's controlling, I'd say 20% of the map. And still one open gold spot. He somehow needs to wall this area. Cannot wall this. Yeah. Those are the clever walls, honestly. Kudos to Mr. Max. He's doing all the right steps here. But that's slowing down his eco so much. That is Titanic wall. Is it? Is it really? Well, the problem is Nikov is just so close, he will get onto scouts and then can easily build an aggressive tower. Be very hard for Max to stop this aggression, and maybe might even see him coming in. And this is still open, guys. Scouts could come in over here if he will spot that. Now he's still open at some other areas, so Scouting is going to be easy. Difference in uptime. Oh, archery range again. Okay. We'll see. Titanic Civ. Ah, it is. That's weird, yeah. For 1/4 of the map. And then still be open. Well, he scouted that with the villager, so he now knows. Let's see, Nikov. Oh, what? We'll be surprised. Oh! Max even going for some stone. So expecting some aggressive towers of Nikov and wants to defend them. Nikov now sending villagers forward. Look at that, guys. He is up to fuel age already. 2 villagers. 3 villagers ahead, and Max is still not in the fuel age himself. Oh god, we missed that hole. And while that villager will survive, but simply pulling away those villagers is just so annoying. Look at that. I'm trying to fight this down. Spearman is actually attacking the wrong grill here, and that was...
First blood.
Oh, I'm getting better at that. Okay. And now attacking those walls. No answer yet from the Max. Indians have fishing bonus, right? Yeah, that's why he picked that Civ. Now first defensive tower. And trying to build that one. Same spot. Oh, and he will push that in. 30 HP here. And the Max is trying to go for the tower, the gate wall, and oh god, this could be a very short game, guys. And the Mac, it's not like he is up to castle age already. Nikov is just going full aggression. Villagers on that tower, skirms around, obviously do very little damage. The tower at 300 HP here and it's getting focused down. This is just horrible for the Max. Now going for wheelbarrow. Why is he going for wheelbarrow? Villagers, well, they are getting fought down, but nicely microed back here. Next one is not getting attacked for now. The Spearman is the only one getting attacked. 300 HP here, and that's a lot of idle time from the Max, who at the moment, sorry, 5 villagers behind. That gate not going up. Oh, look at how Nikov is running over it just to block the gate. And still, Max not know can rotate those gates. Always losing some stone and wood and trying to build those. Actually, only wood. Never. Next one says 10 not Isle of Wilds together quicker. Yeah. Oh. I'm hearing some aggression. Oh, over here. Okay. Keep shouting some aces. Look at that mill. Hallelujah. 3 sheep. How much better can it get? Jumps. Still annoying. Spearman coming over to help out a bit, but well, he ran through the tower. Fletching helping out quite a bit as well. Spearman added to the fight. More walls around here. Nikov is continuing with his aggression. The Max slowly getting towards the resources to click up here. Villager difference down to 6 now. Did Nikov do wheelbarrow and I missed it? Well, take a look here. And he did not. So no wheelbarrow. Now suddenly it's 8 villagers. Sometimes I'm confused with the overlay, guys. The sheep actually blocking the better skirm spot here. The outside. Is he transitioning into gold? Yes, he is now. Some more skirmishes from him. And he's at 400 stone. Maybe just pull off some villagers here. Would be an option. I think I will do a screenshot from that. Have that as Whenever I upload a Paladin's game, I'll use that as a screenshot now. Does VH still play? Oh, I played him some month ago, but not very actively and not really in tournaments. KD pretty low in this game so far. 3 to 6, but that's mainly because skirmishes can run and don't do a lot of damage. So that's a combination that isn't really forcing any kills. Nearly clickbait? Yes. Is walling worth it early? Well, Max played a civilization that is much slower than the tip of his enemy. So if he didn't wall, just would be guaranteed to die instantly. So yeah, in that context, walling is clever. Sometimes people wall too early though, and therefore slowing down their eco a bit too much. So it is a combination of both. Storm walls, buying him so much time. He's 7 HP on those only though. Die. Max now up to castle age, but so is Nikov. Villager difference is at 10. You have to question the shift choice here. Oh, Stone Gate. Taking that villager, another tower, and the question is, can he tower hop through here? Or defensive one from the Maxis down to 3 stone, only 1 villager on gold. It will... What will he do in Castle Age? TCs? Well, not enough stone. Units? Not enough gold. You know, now everything is moving in. The gate didn't buy enough time here. He will GG when Nikov reaches castle at the same time. Not the worst prediction I've ever heard. One defense for infantry was clicked, but Nikov realized, okay, that was a misclick. Let's go for the +1 defense for cavalry. And he is adding stables now. Indeed, 2 stables coming up here. And they will finish shortly after he is castled and then can start his night production. Obviously not great against camels, but against a guy who does not even have a barracks, nor a stable, nor defensive TCs. That's still okay. Now defensive monastery with only 3 on gold. We won't see the max amount of buying himself up to 1 TC. Going for another one. Maybe he can make some magic happen and defend this, but Nikov going for Botkin arrow now as well. Will stay active here. All his annoyance against those towers. Why is he sending those villagers back? I think he could have. That. Good. Okay, do we see any extra TCs from Nikov? Not really. Beach workshop, monastery, and knights is what he put on the table here. Taking that relic. Always love. I go monk rats and just get one relic for free before the real fighting is starting. So sweet. How does everyone play Nikov and Bedouins? Nikov already back to old strengths after pause. Guys. He had a 2-month pause after playing every day for 8 years. And now is already playing for 3 weeks again. So yeah, he is back to old strengths. That should be less surprising than if he had the Jordan effect. Another tower. Max did close down the villager deficit a bit. 3 TCs here. Nikov now adding his second one, but military count 20 to 2. And we could see one be dying here. Skirmishes around as well. Nikov, well, he must be scared. Like, okay, how do I still lose this game? What needs to happen? But I feel tower siege push is just good enough. How old are these players? TheMax is super young. Like 20? And I believe Nikov should be like 28-ish. Oh, Mangler out now. That was on an outpost, so tower really denied. And trying to go for another TC. Nikov only 4 villages ahead now. I don't think that really matters because military count is just too brutal. 1 mangonel against 3. I'm going for a tome this Nikov here. Saw a lot of monks, or at least saw the siege workshop and the monastery. TheMax, he needs to do some magic now with his mangonels. Let's take a look. Villager count is evened out. How did that happen, guys? Hi. Is he on me? Now going for T3 number 3. Is that what I wanted to see? These guys just going for the gold spot. Interesting. Has a lot of resources backed up. TC number 3 is at the front here. Okay. Just doing guaranteed damage against all the buildings, killing some towers, and Nikov, he looks like he's transitioning towards Imp already. Huh. TheMax, why did he lose something? Guys, something we didn't really mention yet, or I mentioned at the very start of the game. We don't have gold control at all from TheMax, and he just said, yeah, GG, had to late TC. Did I kill my monk? Yes. Killed his own monk apparently. So that's just the disrespect move. Putting a monk in the line of sight of your enemy and then deleting him. And TheMax losing to the second strong contender for the top 4 here. Tough spot for him. And I think not the greatest choice. Civilization. Maybe he took some time to build a perfect TC spot as well, but wow. Nikov, that was never really uncontested. It was never really contested, I want to say. It was uncontested. Nikov just built an army, kept his aggression up, just ahead from the start. And now ACCM is next. Fifth picks. We won't have Mr. Nikov anymore, and he goes up to 8 wins now. Putting himself in a beautiful spot to contest the top 2, I would say. Yeah, so the next players coming up is our Jinghua and ACCM, the last 2 players remaining, and we won't have Indians. Maps left are Nomad and Arabia. Probably see ACCM, Nomad, and Jinghua on. At least that's what I'm expecting. Max losing means no more Anthem. I didn't make the rules. What can I say? Trying FC with forward stone and gold was weird. He tried to wall. Didn't really have a good map either. If he has defensive gold and stone, he can maybe make something happen. That map was just... No. Guys, if you like that format, make sure to tune in tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday as well. But we'll have day 5, 6, 7, and 8. Monday, I will cast this in Alemania. And because it's German Day. But Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be your normal English streaming days. Hollery trying to go for a pyramid of ACCM. I'm already preparing the 2 to deny it. Let's see if he tries to go for it. Oh, a small one. Well, that's worst enough. Wasn't ACM a Nomad player before? You should pick him for maybe that. Really know that he was an Arabia player. Random question to you. Will there be co-cast in the ECL? Yes. There will always be 2 casters. I think most of the cast will be Zero Empires plus X. But there's also like mixers of the other casters. We have like 5 casters. Chinese better on Bedouins than Nomad cause of guaranteed food near TST. Imo, what do you think? Chinese better on Bedouins than a Nomad. Yeah. I know you would have denied it anyways. Can you cast the games in Old German, spoken in the time the player, like 5th to 15th century? Oh, that's an interesting challenge. Don't like I could do like a list of 10 vocabs that I just write myself down to use, but I couldn't go full move. That's a tricky one. Idea is funny. Please do it. Well, we will see. 10 words. Maybe like I won't do it on Monday. The whole Monday is too long for me. But maybe I will cast one single game of that. Cast in North Korean. Oh, now I have another idea from 100-hour stream. Minimap casting. I will add that to my list. Mini map casting. So I will only show you the minimap, and we'll we will only take a look at the minimap and the game sounds, and we'll cast that. Why so many from China? Because the sponsor is Chinese as well, and he just invited his friends as well. Can you put the game? Because you asked. And we are looking into Nomad. We have Malians for the max, who has way less villagers already. Went for an early loom. He already has a fishing ship up here. Spot reasonable for him. Lots of wood close by. Has a lot of deer around as well. Only 2 villagers at the moment on the board. That's kind of risky. I think I would have taken all of them. But his micro is good enough to control that. On the other side, we have ACCM playing the Malians here with a better start here. If you look up Griffius and Herder, you come really close to Old German. Don't even know what those 2 words meant. Did you study Mittelhochdeutsch in Germanistic, Nilly? Oh, I never had Germanistic. I studied math and social. Like, what's that even called? Social science? Sozialwissenschaft. Like I had economics, politics, and socialism? No. How is sociology called? Sociology in English.
Sociology.
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 They learned. Okay, maybe I heard that word before already. Okay, so the max pretty far away from his dock and will be pretty close to the ACM, which will get tricky Because ACM obviously can easily add a second dock without the Max having the easy dock added over there. It's like Noboro stream. Yeah, that's so sweet. Okay, second board. Now we are ready. I believe the Max will have a solid start here for sure. I know everything about the English medieval history, guys, but nothing before. That's a bet I will take. You know everything. It's a pretty bold statement. Guys, did you ever wonder how the relic sounds? No. Max will win. Oh, thanks for the spoiler. Thanks for the spoiler. I wanted to enjoy the game. People, seriously. Set off, set off. Oh, okay. Well, then let's say set off as well. Set off. You can still enjoy. Okay. Okay, let's take a look here. Oh, ACM going. That's a long ball lure. That's a long ball lure. I'm preparing my YouTube file, guys. The Max will up pretty soon, and he will have this second drill around for the dogs. That's good. 11 HP here, 5 HP, and
First blood.
Okay. Wow, that just felt not right. And oh, second blood. Press F to pay respect. They're kissing each other here. Max though with a better uptime now on as well here, and those 5 villagers, what are they up to? Any villagers on stone. Was that not quite bad? Yes, it was. Each other. Pepper Pride. Yeah. Solid minute later here. Looks like archers as well. Losing worker to boar, is that mega costly? Yes, it's not clever. It should never happen. That's why I made fun of him, because that's so untypical for him. Remember guys, those are world-class players, and a mistake that should absolutely not happen on that level. And that's why I pointed it out so heavily. It was quite bad for that worker. Rest enjoyed eating the boar. Yeah, but and he might even fight down that wall, because looks like he's moving more to the top. Front is actually open. Half a loaf. Using your Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Hippo family. And now we have the first engagement here on border. HTM going for 2 fire galley, but that's already some heavy losses here as well. No. Is it possible to get this boar? Well, he could have oh god. Multi-deering here for sure. And now 2 archers around, so he even needs to run, so that didn't really make. Max going for the tower in kind of no man's land here. And defensive tower to defend the 3 outposts, it seems. Okay, so the Max sees quite a bit. Tries to stay aggressive here. Still 2 fire galleys for him. Queuing up number 3. At the same time, ACCM. Let's take a look. Now going on to stone. But that's something that TheMax already was anticipating. And building that tower. And a tower that won't be stopped for sure. 2 archers around. More archers coming. And TheMax is playing this quite aggressively. And I like that a lot. Because the map was pretty open for ACCM. It came to stone, basically. Nearly plus. Please nerf towers. I'm on it. Well, a tower game keeps the boomer away, right? So, you don't have to complain about one tower. Maybe about the second one, and he's already 3 on stone. Oh, the second one is coming for sure. ACM now defensive tower at a very weird spot. Why would he ever build a tower here? Huh. Surprising to me. Now even fletching. TheMax is going for the full aggression, but ACM now took back water control, and he has 3 fishing ships still working for him. Make that 5. So water control for ACCM. What is tower placement by ACM? Yeah, this tower over here would have been way better, like 4 tiles further. He does not have any stone in the top side of the map. Has 2 gold spots though. See about that. Let's take a look at the resources of ACCM as well. Not too super far away from clicking up. That house actually blocking quite a bit. Now buying some stone. Tower here. That allows another tower to block the gold though. Of TheMax. Does TheMax know about this gold? No, he does not. We need to build an outpost here. Get that intel. Take a look at the back base of TheMax, who's now going on to some nice deer. Archers around, and he will fight down those towers. So the aggression center will continue. ACM now with an arch, with the barracks. Question is, will he go for an archer range or will he try to go for mass builds later on? And this isn't giving us the intel here. Adding 2 more farms. I'd say that's an indication for eagles. ACM going for those wards. Well, fishing ship still for him. 80 HP only here. Not enough. Going for the archer range after all. That one, single tower. And a bad spot. House should finish, but, or like, will get started, I mean, but not with a lot of HP for sure. Uh-oh, uh-oh. That archer range at 96%. ACM bought himself more stone, but that's going to be tricky. Those archers will not get stopped, and that's 2 more dead villagers for sure. Maybe even 3. At the moment, he's not reacting. Look at that ACM with the huge screw up here. That's... Whoa, what? How did he only lose 1 villager here? Look at that, all so low HP. And now he's sending in fresh ones. Not hearing of the tales of their friends. I'm microing this one back quite nicely. That's okay. Low HP, but I think that's not going to work, my friend. Now he's moving in here. More archers over there. ACM is just throwing the game at the moment, guys. Oh god, so many dead villagers. And he's not up as well. No more gold income for him. That's so many villagers going down. The tower is up as well. He's now focusing that one down. And this has to be the GG, guys, right? How should that work? More archers. Trying to wall this off here. Archers now around while they are getting some damage against them. I don't think that the walls are actually that good here of the Max, not allowing his archers to put himself. Why? He could have just put the archers around this tower, kill the villagers over here. That would have been so much better. So that was a small screw up by the Max, and actually ACM is surviving this and he's up to castle age. And now losing some villagers as well. Ay, 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 ay. Not the cleanest game from our two players in this one here. Come on, bro. Huh. In the end, we fault him for that move. But only losing 4 villagers, but now having back access to golds would maybe been wanted. He would have preferred not losing those 3 villagers. Or tower up, and you will. The tower behind that from the Max though. Water control 6, 7 fishing ship. So for water control. Good for him. +1 defense for his eagles on the way. Direct count at only 1 though. Still no stone control, that archery range. Do you finish it or are you trying to get forward back? Beach workshop now. What is the Max going for? I see 1 archer range. I don't have a stable. I have that tower that I mentioned before though. And that will be an ugly one for ACCM. Does he see it? Yeah, he does. Maybe he could just kill that. He has 3 eagles around. University for the Max, so he will just go for mass towers. Oh, I'm not seeing that is so costly as well. Crossbowman and watchtower crashing. Going to be annoying. And watchtowers, they perform so much better against Mangonaut. And now off that gold, he still has access to that gold spot to the front, like over here, but obviously way less. Let's finish that archery range now. Well, you're not allowed to do Nilly Come On Brew. You aren't allowed to use any already existing Twitch emotes except Kappa. That's the only one you can edit. Nilly Come On Brew. It's not an option, sadly. What are we seeing? 2 rams, 1 mangonel, 7 eagles soon to be eagle warriors. On the other side, watchtower upgrade. Guard tower, guard tower. We have watchtower. And archer rangers, we are at 9. And that's an aggressive castle for sure. On Mango, let's see what it can do. 10 range on that guard tower. And pass those. Okay, well then I will. Hey guys, I live in a lovely, good, white, conservative neighborhood and have a rich lifestyle and a family, actually not a farm in Rome. What? Okay, let's take a look at the game maybe. So villagers needed to go back. Mangonel was scaring them away, but now the rams already took quite a lot of damage. And maybe a second try now. Still a lot of villagers around and alive. I hear some going down. Oh, against the guard tower over here. Another, well, the first stable of the Max. Maybe add in some knights. He himself is not having any. He himself is not having any mangonels to help that case. But the castle will go up, and then to battles. Uh-oh. Man without a castle cannot really have any good options against that. Mangonel is now coming over, but Guards are already doing so much damage. Villagers are getting microed back. This looks pretty bad for ACM. He's still heavily leading in score. The castle though. Oh, only one ram attacking now, 90%. It will go up. Not with the highest amount of HP, but I would be surprised if he cannot repair it. I only had 1 or 2 more rams around. Who is winning? I'd say TheMax is. He completely cornered ACM. No farms working for him. Fish not the greatest anymore. And well, he's now going to Eagle Warriors into mass guard tower and a castle. Look at that, villager coming out to the farms could instantly die, but now TheMax is just focusing down that tower. And ACCM played this very open here, wanted to go for water. I think more walls would have been better. He walled the left hand side, had some control over the right hand side, and then this unfortunate tower at the stone that really didn't allow him to really control his own stone, put him in a spot where he needed to buy so many and 3 defensive towers. Then this questionable action to late archery range after seeing that the push was coming in here, and therefore we have the 4-2 for TheMax, and a small chance could be the last game of the day. So TheMax with more kills here, kind of as we expected. So many villagers going down. Eagle Warriors couldn't really do much. The only thing that kept ACCM alive was the water control there. But simply no control over that stone really hurt him so much. And okay, so TheMax will end his day today because Jinghua still has some energy problems. That means 4-2 for the day will be his final result, and he will play against Jinghua tomorrow on Arabia. Let's see if they will play that before